have to hear. Drink a good deal of it, make a good meal of it, stick to your old-fashioned beer. Now don't be afraid of it, drink till you're made of it. Now all together a cheer.
And once again, good evening to you all. This is Mark, your one-take beer reviewer, and the guy who blogs about Chicago beer at Beeronaut.com. And yes, this is my 10th in a series of reviews of the Black is Beautiful collaboration beer, started by Weathered Souls Brewing of San Antonio, Texas, intended to raise money for social justice and black issues. And I have talked to some of the people who make this, and they said the proceeds that go from these usually come out to maybe 25 cents a can, which is 25 cents more than I was handing out previously. So anyway, I'm about out of these beers. There may be one or two more headed my way yet, but I have some other beers from promotional people that I say I will try to get to. So let's just move this along, shall we? This is the collaboration beer from Moore Brewing of Villa Park and Huntley, Illinois. Probably opening another shop as we speak here. And I have to read this one off because, first off, it's an 11.0% ABV Imperial Stout, which is the stronger, one of the stronger ones that I've had. And it is made with 2 coffees, Ethiopian Yirgacheffe Natural Coffee and San Geronimo Miramar Sarshamore Honey Coffee from Dark Matter Coffee. It's quite a mouthful, and I probably pronounced it wrong. But anyway, let's just get into this, shall we? Oh, yes, and the proceeds from sales of this one go to the Chicago Freedom School that I'll have a link to right about here. So anyway, let's pop the top, shall we? Okay, there's a halfway noticeable Imperial Stout nose just from pouring from this far out. And we are seeing a nice, rather larger, fluffy tan head here. There's a little coffee nose to it. And then a rather mild, kind of a sweet stout taste, or nose to it. Probably there is still a little oatmeal in this in the recipe. And well, coffee nose is starting to come through a little more strongly here. Yes, this is a nice, strong Imperial Stout. And the coffee notes are there. And I think it does add some, it kind of counterbalances with some sweetness that's been added to this with the leftover malt and alcohol to it. Very nice, actually. It has a nice hearty Imperial Stout flavor. Not a lot of roastiness to it. Just some coffee background without any of the harshness or astringency of coffee or overly roast malt. So it's a very smooth Imperial Stout, which is not something you'd always say when you have a stout with coffee in it. And yes, I'm using my Rogue Imperial Stout glass for this. I really like this one. It's got a lot of character and flavor to it. I mean, there's Imperial Stout character. It's very nice and malty without being overly roasty, and the alcohol is noticeable, and the coffee is there, and it's not there as harsh bitterness, just as a nice coffee flavor. Anyway, so this is, like I said, number 10 of my Black is Beautiful beer reviews, and I'm slowly running out of them. I had to wait a whole week to get to this one because I twisted my leg somehow. It was still hurting after 3 weeks, so I was on prednisone for a week and thought I'd better just lay off the alcohol while I'm taking those too. So anyway, and my leg still hurts, so I'm going into physical therapy next week just to stretch it out and find out what the heck happened. But that's what's going on in my house. Hope things are going well in your house and in your beer travels and adventures. So once again, this is the Black is Beautiful collaboration beer, the version from More Brewing of Villa Park, Illinois. And this is Mark, your one-take beer reviewer and the guy at Beeronaut.com saying huzzah.